Good morning, beautiful people. It's your favorite financial life coach, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Finance with Coach Star. Today is day 3 of our Own Your Freedom, the 5-day money makeover, and the subject of today, or the topic of today, will be the storms will come. Make sure you have an emergency fund. Hey. That was a word. Did y'all feel that? If you've been tracking along on the 5-day money makeover, also it's not too late to join the free challenge on organize-kaos.com/blog. You can find instructions and how to participate in each day of the challenge. And there are instructions on what to do. If you haven't noticed, I'm providing you with basic building blocks to help you organize your finances and live the life that you deserve, how to create financial independence, financial wellness, and how to create wealth for you and your family and generations to come, and create generational wealth. So day 1, we talked about having a financial roadmap or financial plan, also known as a budget, a cash flow plan. And day 2, we discussed getting rid of debt. Debt is the number one enemy to financial wealth. And if you're struggling with high interest debt, it's important to create a debt elimination plan to get on top of that. So today we're talking about how to save for an emergency. And like with your budget that we talked about on Monday, you do want to allocate, if you're doing the 50-30-20 budget plan, you do want to allocate 10 to 20% of your income towards an emergency. Obviously, if you're struggling with debt, because at this point of the challenge, you already have a plan to eliminate high interest debt, or even to organize it and make minimum payments on your debt, even if you're not able to tackle it either with the snowball method or the avalanche method. At least you have a plan to begin knocking the debt out. So on day 3, it's important to have, especially with unemployment and stock market volatility, it's important to have a rainy day fund and an emergency fund. Most Americans don't have enough money to cover a $500 emergency fund. And rainy day fund, emergency fund, those terms tend to be used interchangeably, but they are different. So let me explain to you the difference of the two. And like I said, it's important to have both. So a rainy day fund, that is money that you have allocated or set aside to cover a small emergency or a small event, unexpected event that occurs. For example, if your car breaks down, you got to get a new radiator. That happened to me. Or your air conditioner unit goes out, or you have a health emergency that you wasn't expecting. These are example of things where you need roughly anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in your rainy day fund to be able to cover those expenses. So you don't necessarily have to use a credit card or take out a payday loan to be able to cover these expenses, because that then takes you into possibly getting into debt, impacting your credit, affecting your ability to create financial freedom. So you always want to have a plan and be prepared to cover those things, because if it can, like Murphy's Law, if it can happen, it will happen. So you don't want those things to be a setback for you while you're trying to move forward and to create financial independence. And then secondly, it's the emergency fund. So the emergency fund is for those large unexpected events that occur in your life. And this is like a job loss or a major illness where you cannot work. So your emergency fund should be 3 to 6 months of living expenses to help you cover an event, again, an unexpected event that is going to require a large amount of money. So these two funds together will help you shore up your finances and make sure you are prepared for an unexpected life event, and don't have to go into debt or use your credit card to be able to get out of these situations. And also it provides security for you, because financial dealing with finances, like I talk about, with my Rubik's Cube, it can be chaotic. It can be overwhelming. It can be confusing. It can be extremely stressful. And so we know stress can lead to many other things in our life. So having an emergency fund and a rainy day fund would help reduce that stress in your life, so you don't have to worry as much about your finances, because you have a plan and you have a system in place to be able to cover that. And that's what organized chaos come into a place. But because even though it's chaotic, just with a little bit of effort and applied energy, you can create financial success. So that's my 5-minute finance with Coach Star. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me. You can ask any questions here in the live, and as well as you can contact me at www.organized-kaos.com. And see you guys tomorrow for day 4.